Now, imagine what this country was like when the Queen Mother was born, and consider how much it's changed over the last 100 years. But despite the turmoil that's characterised the last century, the Queen Mother's image has remained remarkably constant. For thousands of her admirers at today's celebrations, it's that sense of continuity that is part of her appeal. Others, though, question whether the values of a woman born into privilege under Queen Victoria's reign are relevant to 21st century Britain. Newsnight sought views from all sides.
I would say the Queen Mother has such a good hold on her public image that even Madonna could take lessons from her. Meanwhile, outside Westminster Abbey, three matriarchs stepped from their black limousine onto the curb. Mrs. Windsor, Mrs. Armstrong-Jones, and the much-loved granny of the nation, Mrs. Tiggywinkle, whom lip readers across the world were certain they saw say, "I could murder a gin and tonic." Nobody is ever going to, boo when the Queen Mother's present. I think during Diana's funeral, she was very useful for the royal family. When she appeared in Brixton in the early 80s, not long after the riots there, she did a little dance to the music, and everybody loved it. The idea of this lovely old granny dancing was adorable, and I think she knew very well indeed that people do perceive her as a slightly comic figure, as a bit of a grande dame, she's a bit like a dame in the pantomime. I think despite the fact that the British like to think of themselves as being very cynical with a very sharp sense of irony, in fact we're a very sentimental nation. Here is everybody's granny, and she reminds us of our own grannies, and perhaps grannies that we could have been nicer to ourselves when they were alive.